Our next guest is an Emmy-nominated NFL analyst, journalist, and podcast host. You know from her work on ESPN's NFL Live. Her podcast, The Mina Kimes Show, featuring Lenny, is available on all platforms. Please welcome to the show, Mina Kimes, everybody. Thank you for being here.
So exciting.
You have a podcast that's co-hosted by a dog. I mean, this is such a novel idea. How did Lenny land the gig?
Yeah, he's kind of a Nepo puppy.
Yeah,
right?
okay. So you did know each other beforehand.
We have known each other for a long time. Yeah, I started my podcast in 2018. So
Okay.
It was a little bit earlier in my career.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was a little worried that football fans might not want to subscribe to a podcast solo hosted by a woman.
Gotcha.
Then I thought, well, I have a guy who lives with me. He'll work for free.
Yeah.
And unlike most of my male co-hosts, he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So he got the gig, and
Also,
he has
Lenny
slowed
is a
down.
perfect name because a lot of guys who don't want to just listen to a woman are like, I trust Lenny. I trust the
Exactly.
Lenny. Very happy to talk to you a little bit backstage because I know you to be a giant Seahawks fan. I would say we tend to get one person from the
see ya.
Pacific Northwest. I would say I'm as big a Steelers fan as possible to be, but I think you might have outdone me because when the Seahawks won Super Bowl 48, you did something very special to celebrate.
I got a tattoo.
You got a tattoo. There you go.
Here. Yeah.
Was this a pact with anybody? Did you have to
Yes.
get it?
You're like, was it forced upon you? Yeah, it was a pact. So,
Okay.
like a lot of folks, I know you too.
Yep.
My love of football was passed down to me from my dad. It was
100%.
This is true, I think, of most people. It's
Yeah.
a family thing. It's a way we connect. And my brother and I, who was just a year and a half older than me, made a pact when we were, I think, in junior high, that if Seattle ever won the Super Bowl, after they were cheated out of it by the Steelers.
Yep. We talked backstage.
We did.
I owned up
acknowledged
to
it.
the fact that the game was pretty shadily refereed.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I fully cried when it happened, but yeah.
But we said if we ever won honorably, we would get matching tattoos, and we did. And honestly, I've probably only regretted it once in my life.
When was the one time you regretted it?
So in my job, I do get to meet a lot of players and former players, and the first time I met Cam Chancellor,
Yep.
who was a safety on this team,
Legion of Boom.
one of the hardest hitting safeties of his time, lovely guy. He saw it, and he asked if he kind of had an inkling, I think, seeing the Roman numeral 48, and I was like, oh yeah, funny story. My brother and I, we got it when we won the Super Bowl, and he's like, what do you mean we? Yeah.
I feel like you got to allow the we.
I really contributed.
I feel like it.
That's as football fans, you always feel like you played a role.
100%. If you're like, do you know how hard I tried to sit one way on the couch?
I changed my jersey at halftime.
Everything.
When we were
You don't appreciate
losing.
this?
I had no idea.
Another way I knew you maybe were a little bit more into the Seahawk world than I am in the Steelers world. You brought it as an element into your wedding.
Yeah, I was talked out of wearing the helmet down the aisle.
Yeah. By
I
all
did.
parties?
Family, people close to me stepped
Yeah.
in. I did wear the helmet at one point, and then my wedding was on a Saturday during the football season.
Wow.
So instead of a wedding brunch, I said, well, you guys can come to the sports bar. And
Wow.
I'm told it was the worst wedding brunch ever because I was just sitting in silence watching the games. But, if you get married in the season, it happens.
Yeah, you get married during the season to happen. I tried to get my wife to wear a Steelers helmet, and she did not care for the idea. You're also a Simpsons fan, and this was a very cool thing that they did on ESPN this year. They had a simulcast where you were all Simpsons characters. This is really combining two of your great loves, football and The Simpsons. Were you so excited?
So this was honestly a top 5 life moment for me. I am a huge Simpsons fan. Grew up watching the show with my family. Lisa Simpson is my personal idol in life. I feel like the world would be better if we had more Lisas
We need
in
more
power.
Lisas. Yeah,
and-
less Barts, more Lisas.
I was gonna say fewer homers.
Yeah,
but
fewer homers. I think it's probably more homers. Yeah.
But yeah, so they animated the game in real time, and then they animated us It's not the most flattering rendition of me right there, but it was really fun, and I'd worked in like an unholy amount of Simpsons references.
Yeah. You also you brought a video. You pranked your co-host Dan.
Dan Orlovsky.
Dan Orlovsky.
Was on NFL Live with me. Yeah.
And you were so delighted. You basically did like the prank call Moe's bit in real time. And this is the depth chart. You go over with a depth chart because you don't know who one of the players is. And let's say you play this perfectly. Let's take a look.
I don't even know who. Have you heard of this player? Who is this?
Hugh Jass?
Genuinely so happy.
I'm so happy with myself. Thank you.
All right, for everything I'm impressed with, this is the most impressed I am. You're an incredible artist, and you have done some watercolors for charity, correct?
For the Sela Neighborhood Homeless Coalition in Los Angeles, which is a fantastic cause. Every now and then I'll auction off paintings, and it usually ends up being football-related or people's pets.
So, but when you auction it off, they can tell you what they want,
Yeah.
right? So somebody requested, this is a great Andy Reid.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is Andy Reid dancing, which is...
Dabbing.
Dabbing,
Yeah.
excuse me, right. Yeah, that's
Yes,
that's wonderful. But this one I was very happy to see. This is my dear friend Mike Schur, who I've known forever, a lifelong Red Sox fan, and somebody asked for him in a Yankees jersey.
Specifically in a Yankees jersey as his character from The Office eating hot fruit.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of
things he hates.
A lot of things he hates.
He hates
yeah.
hot fruit, and he hates the Yankees. And it's a very good
you.
version of him. Now, but of course, everybody can, like, use pencils and paint and stuff. But you also, when did you become an Etch-a-Sketch artist?
This is the world's most useless talent, by the way. Because you do it, and then it's just there, and then you can't save it. And
Yeah.
it's an ephemeral by nature. But I just started doing it as a kid, and yeah, it's
So
something
here's Bill Belichick, do your
stuck
job.
with.
I mean, that's really... It is, you're right. When this is just such... When I see this, I'm like, that doesn't exist anymore.
It's over, yeah.
That's a massive...
Shake it up.
What a waste of time.
Or, a metaphor for life.
Or a metaphor for
Yeah,
life. That's
live in
better.
the moment.
How are you... are you just fully so excited for the season to start?
This is my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Preseason football
Yeah.
is going on. It's for the sickos.
Yeah.
You're a sicko.
I'm a
though.
sicko.
I didn't know this until you came back.
Oh yeah,
stage.
I'm watching all 22 of the first preseason game.
You are a ball knower, and I didn't know this.
Oh,
I knew
yeah,
you were
yeah,
a
yeah.
fan, but
Yeah, I will say I'm unlike you because I drill down on the Steelers and nothing else. The minute their season's over, I'm like, football is dumb. It's bad for people. I like shame people from watching it. I'm like, you're just part of the capitalist system. But when the Steelers are in it, it's like I care about it. It's the most irrational thing I love, and I really, I hold it so tight.
you were asking me about like the 5th edge rusher. It was drafted in the 4th round.
And you were saying the Steelers were your pick to win the Super Bowl.
That is not true. But they're always in the mix. You know,
Yeah, they're always in the
they'll be
mix.
competitive.
Do you have? Is there anyone you're particularly excited from the rookie class to see this year?
Oh, how can you not be excited about Travis Hunter?
Yeah,
Gosh,
that's really
so
exciting.
For those who don't know, some of you,
Yeah. It's like nothing was like a unicorn.
It's a thing we've never seen. He's going to try to play both ways. We've gotten a little bit of a taste of it against your Steelers in the preseason. He's going to play receiver and a little bit of cornerback. I just want to see if it works because it is novel, which is amazing.
And obviously you have a lot going on in your life. Like, what is your daily football consumption? Like, how often are you watching it, reading about it, researching it?
Pretty much all hours of the day,
Okay.
especially during the season, because we do try to watch all the games, watch all the tape that we can, and you really, the second the games kick off, that's all I'm doing.
Well, I'm not surprised to hear because when I listen to you, you seem very well informed in a way that would be impossible to fake. And it's so nice to meet you in person, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this season. As we both agree, it's going to be a big one for Pittsburgh. Thank you so much. Mina Kimes, everybody. The Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny is available on all podcast platforms. We'll be right back.